Okay, good evening everyone. How are you all? It's Thursday evening. So I'm just going to put you over to Deirdre for a minute and then I'll run through the meeting with you.
Hi, thanks Fiona. Just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody that came on the call this evening. We're going to be hearing from our hair specialist Siobhan a little bit later on, but first Fiona is going to go through the overview with you. So back over to you, Fiona.
Yeah, sorry about that now. I didn't have my my speaker view ready, so I'm ready now, I think. My goodness. Might have to. So everyone just be patient with me because I'm new and I'm doing this for the first time tonight, so by myself with no Grania input. There we go. Yay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Life Vantage overview. I'm Fiona Riley. I'm Pro 4 Life Vantage, and I'm a stay-at-home mom. We have Deirdre O'Hanlon with us tonight, and she's our host, and we have Siobhan Horn, and Siobhan is our hair specialist. So tonight is for educational purposes only, and we do not claim to cure, heal, prevent, mitigate, or diagnose any diseases. So I'm just going to start off tonight and just give you a little bit of background about Life Vantage. So Life Vantage began in a lab with a single question: is declining health something we must accept as part of getting older? We don't think so. So it started off in a small biotech company in 2003 with a scientist called Joe McCourt. He discovered something called superoxide dismutase, SOD, in the 1960s. This had not been discovered before, and it was an antioxidant. And he knew that this could do incredible things for our bodies to keep us healthy. So he won a very prestigious award called the Elliott Crescent Award. People like Henry Ford, Graham Bell, and the Wright brothers had won it before him, so he was in super company. He did know that this was going to do some wonders for our body, but he didn't know how it was going to do it, so they spent decades and decades trying to find a way for it to help our bodies. And he discovered that there were certain proteins in our cells that turned off for women in their, I think, 22 and men 24. And he set out to find out how he could switch this back on again. And he did. And he found out how to do it through the science of nutrigenomics. Nutrigenomics, this is nutrients and genes, nutrition for your genes. So the study of nutrients and natural occurring compounds and how they affect our genes. So basically this means it can turn on your good genes and turn off your bad genes. And we're delighted that our company is founded by science, backed by science, and driven by science. So we have, this is our first theory of aging, and it is called oxidative stress. Now, I had never heard of oxidative stress before I started taking PROTANDIM myself, and I'll just explain what oxidative stress is. Oxidative stress is how the body starts to premature age, and it is the cause of many diseases. And this happens through exercise, over-exercise, under-exercise, technology, environment, the environment, pollution, the microwave, pesticides, water, and all these things weren't here. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them weren't here 100 years ago. So that's why we have this issue now that they didn't have 100 years ago. And if you can look at that apple up there and you leave it out on the counter and walk away and come back, it's brown, and that's oxidization. And that's what happens to our cells because of free radicals. And if you look it up, all you have to do is look up oxidative stress. You'll see that there are hundreds of diseases that are connected to oxidative stress. So aging starts when aging starts young, and free radicals attack our cells and cause aging. So for the brain, reaction time slows down. For eyes, eyesight deteriorates after 40, maybe a little earlier for some of us. Ears, high frequency tone declines in your 20s. Heart, your heart rate declines from 20 to 70 in the range of 20 to 30%. Lungs, breathing capacity declines. Bones, mineral content declines after 35, and muscle mass progressively declines after the age of 40. Now, you might think that's a bit depressing, but not really, because there's been a solution, and this is called activation. And it's not supplementing, it's activating, and it's turning on the proteins in our cells. The one protein that's called the NRF2 protein. So we are flipping this switch. So we're turning off the bad genes and turning on the good genes. And this doesn't mean that your family medical history has to determine that this is your history. It doesn't have to be that at all. So this is our first theory of aging. And this is what they came up with. It's PROTANDIM NRF2 SYNERGIZER. So it's proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and 70% in 120 days. So a supplement can't do this. It's just not possible because of the way that PROTANDIM is made. But by activating the NRF2 pathway, your body creates millions of antioxidants per tablet. Now you say, why does it need millions? Because at any one time, your body may have up to 13 septrillion free radicals at any one time. So you really need to be creating that kind of antioxidant count. And it increases our glutathione by 300%. And there are 13 patents protecting our formula. Now, if you look on the right-hand side there, you'll see the difference between taking these individual products or taking them as PROTANDIM. The individual products are green tea, which is a great antioxidant and metabolizer. And you'll see that there's turmeric, which is a really good anti-inflammatory. And then there's bacopa, and bacopa is used for brain clarity. Ashwagandha, which is a good mood balancer. And milk thistle, which is a liver cleanser. Now, you may say, I have all these at home, but you don't have the synergy of what was created in this one-a-day tablet, which is PROTANDIM. And you can see that there are lots of different universities and scientists who have looked into this and done peer-reviewed studies on this. And all you have to do is pop on to PubMed.gov and put in oxidative stress, and you will see that there's 230,000 results for oxidative stress. For something that we've never heard about, there's an awful lot of results on this library where doctors and scientists go for information. And you can see that Harvard University, American Heart Association, and the University of Florida, and the National Institute of Aging have all done studies on PROTANDIM and oxidative stress. But the one that we all love and we love to talk about is the Washington State University's one, where they said that this may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That just blows my mind, because when you think about things that have been extraordinary already, you're thinking about stem cell, aspirin, penicillin, you know, all of these were absolutely amazing. So we have this in our hands at the minute. So that's super exciting. Our second theory of aging is the mitochondrial decline. And then LifeVantage came up with a solution for that called PROTANDIM NRF1 SYNERGIZER. Now, what's mitochondria? Mitochondria are the like the little engines of your cell. So if you don't have good mitochondria, you're tired and you don't feel great and you don't have much energy. So by taking the PROTANDIM NRF1, you're increasing your cellular energy, and which is the ATP, and it's slowing down your aging process. It improves sleep quality and cellular repair. It supports the cardiovascular and brain health, because in our brain and heart, we have over 4,000 mitochondria. So, you know, we're looking to support those essential parts of our body. And it improves cellular health, and it boosts the mitochondria production and their ability to network. Again, all natural ingredients. Tonight I'm going to say that the coenzyme is really, really good for the heart, and the acetyl-carnitine is great for recovery. Now, people who are avid workout junkies or just workout people, or like myself, I was in the bog and I was working really hard, and I'm not super fit, I'm not unfit, but I had no aches and pains like I normally would after 3 or 5 days working really hard. So I noticed that that really works for me, and I've had a lot of really good feedback on it. Our other product is our ProBio, which I love, and it's great for gut health. You know, I'm sure you've heard that your gut is your second brain. So with lots of medicines or antibiotics or stuff like that, it can affect your gut flora, and you really want your gut to be healthy and strong. So in ours, we have this product called BioTract, which is time-release technology, and it just gets the ProBio further into your body, and it survives the stomach acid, so it gets into the small and the large intestine, and that's where it's needed. It has 6 billion CFUs, and it also has a product called Wellmune, and Wellmune is important for immune health, and we all know right now that it's the top of all of our lists at the minute to have a strong immunity. And the bottle is with desiccant packaging, and that means that you don't have to be worried about it bringing it on holidays or bringing it in the car or whatever. It doesn't have to be in the fridge. You can just have it as it is. It can withstand heat and humidity. Now we have our hair expert on tonight, so I'm not going to pretend I am the expert tonight. So I'm just going to mention that we have the shampoo, conditioner and serum, and here are some before and after photos, and Siobhan will talk to you later more about all that. But we do have the skincare regime, and it uses the NRF2 technology, the same as the hair care. And we all love it. Any of us who have used it will never use anything else. Personally, I have some skin issues, and I haven't really been able to find something that worked for me that I wouldn't be reactive towards. This I can use, and I love it. And it's great for the teenagers in the house, and I have one here that uses it on the pimples. So yeah, it is a great regime. And if you want to download the app Think Dirty, you will see that our products all are on the lowest level, between 0 and 3 for toxins and toxicity. You could just download it and go around your house and scan some of the stuff that's there. You'll be frightened when you see it, but this is really clean, and it's working from the, like we were talking about earlier, the NRF2. So you're working from the inside out for the NRF2. With this skincare and hair care, you're working from the outside in also. So you're getting a double whammy, and that's fabulous. So the summary of our results that are backed by science are: improves sleep, improves vitality, increases energy, better memory and focus, healthier hair, skin and nails, better gut health, and the anti-aging of our cells. Who doesn't want that? Now, I'm just going to move on for just a few small minutes and have a quick word about our business, and just explain to you where our business started and where it's going. So who is Life Vantage? Well, we're a biomedical company, and it was founded in 2003. And in 2005, an investigative reporter was sent into the Life Vantage labs to try and debunk what they were saying it was doing. So they sent in John Quiones, and he went in and he spoke with Dr. Joe McCord. And they decided to do a T-bar test. And a T-bar test is the test that's done to measure oxidative stress. So they did it live on telly, and they took his blood and they got him to take PROTANDIM. one a day for 2 weeks, and then he came back. And when they took his T-bar test again, they realized that he had reduced his oxidative stress by 45% in 2 weeks. So this went out on TV in America, and sure, it was sold off the shelves. There was 5 million in sales came after this aired. But the company wasn't prepared for this. They were, they weren't ready. They hadn't enough stock, and it caused a bit of a flurry. So what this did was it got the scientists and the universities curious, and that's how all the different I'm sorry, I just drew a blank there. All the different peer-reviewed studies were formed because they were just curious after this had happened. And again, you can find all these peer-reviewed studies on www.pubmed.gov. So LifeVantage has grown to over 226 million since then, and 86% of our sales are customers. So that just says an awful lot. And an awful lot of countries have opened in the last year, including Ireland last year, which we're very excited about, Spain, Belgium, and New Zealand also. And on the 9th of January this year, we were blessed to be able to ring the closing bell on the NASDAQ. That we are a NASDAQ traded company, we're highly respected. So they wanted us in to ring the bell on the week of Wellness Week. So that was very exciting for us all. And in 2020, Life Vantage was named the winner of 7 Stevie Awards in the 18th Annual American Business Awards. And you can see here that Erin Brockovich, who, if you remember the movie, Julia Roberts played her in the movie, she had been watching our company, she said, at arm's length for some time, and it's been a company that she's admired. And she joined our business last year, and she's on the board of directors. So it's quite a privilege to have her in our company. Why would you choose LifeVantage? Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I used to be a baker, and I changed my career through. I just needed to do something different, and I choose LifeVantage, and I work from home. I have my children here, and I work in around my home life, and I'm still able to be mom, and I'm still able to be Fiona. So that works really well for me. We just do social sharing. So we're just sharing all our knowledge about the products to as many people that will listen to us. And that's what's so lovely about it, because we get to meet loads of new people, and we get to share these wonderful products. So I have a virtual office, and anyone who is in the business has their own virtual office, and we have our own website. And so we don't have to have a load of assets. I work from the car when they're at soccer or football. I work from the sitting room when I'm, don't want to be sitting at the desk in the office, or I'm out the back on those beautiful days. So that's wonderful to me. And I don't need any inventory. Everything just gets shipped directly to the customer. And having a personal online store, anybody can shop from any place in the world. They just have to open up get into the website, and they can purchase from there. This is a 3 to 5 year plan. This is just a steady work for us, and we love it. And you're creating a legacy for your family. And for all of us that have a family, it's something that we're all striving for. On the right hand side, you can see that these are our average annual earning disclosure statement. And you can just Google it. You just look it up online, and this will come up. Because we are an audited company and we're on the NASDAQ, this is all full disclosure. And you can see down through it that these are the average earnings of people who work in this business. And you can start out part-time and slow and earn a bit of money, and you can move that on after some time in the business. So you might want to say, so how do I get started? What should I do next? So there's a few choices. If you are excited about the science and thinking, I really want to get on these products, you can become a customer, and there's no fees to join. You just talk to the person who invited you here, and they can help you set up your monthly subscription. and monthly subscription orders are at a reduced price. So that is the way to go. You're paying retail if you just buy once off. You might also think, oh, I just want to join this business. I just love the way it sounds, and I'd love to get involved. I had no health and wellness experience, none. I knew my own health and wellness, but and I always wanted to go natural, but I couldn't share with people. So I came in and I didn't know, and I have been guided, and it's been great. I've learned so much, and it's a constant learning curve. So to get in this business, you don't have to know it all. You just have to have a willingness to learn, and a willingness to share with people your story and the story of Life Vantage. And you just share our unique products, and you change people's lives. And I've seen it so many times in my short time in this business. And you build a great legacy business. And when I look at my kids, I just think, oh my God, I'm just creating something wonderful for them. And it has changed my life. So to get started, all you have to do is get back to the person who invited you on this Zoom tonight, and they will guide you in the right direction. So I'm very excited to introduce you to our hair expert, Siobhan Horan. And Siobhan is a mom of 4, and she's a wife, and she is an expert in this area. So I'll pass you over, Siobhan. I'll get over to you if that's okay.
So yeah, thanks very much for asking me to speak tonight, and hopefully my years of wisdom in salons and dealing with hair may help a few of you tonight, if anyone is dealing with different issues. And then maybe towards the end we can do a bit of questions and answers or whatever, if anybody feels like it. I became part of the company back in December, and just loved it all so much. Loved the science of it, loved the feeling, the energy of the company. And then I had my friend Deirdre, who's host there tonight, and she has become part of the business as well. And she has had great benefits from the True Science hair system herself. So I think Deirdre is going to take over there for a minute, and I think she's a few questions prepared for me. We'll see what she can throw at me.
Thanks so much, Siobhan. I suppose just to get started, I was wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about your background in hairdressing and hair care. What's your past experiences?
Well, I started hairdressing about 13 years ago. I had 2 kids at the time, and I'd always had a passion for hair, and went to college and did the courses and understood the science of hair, and textures and different pieces about hair and hair care. So then I was working in salons for a few years, and I have worked from home as well. And all through it, I have used many different products, because my own hair was the burden in my life because myself, I have a very greasy scalp. So I tried loads of different products to try and dry out my own hair. And nothing ever, some things helped, some things didn't help, until I found True Science, and it really just transformed my hair. I loved the science behind the system itself, so it was a no-brainer for me to continue using it and to bring people into using it as well.
Okay. And what is it that you've found about the True Science hair products that are different to other products that you've used at home or in salons in the past?
I suppose that the real difference for me was the end result, because like I said, I'd have to wash my hair every day, because it just wouldn't last. It would get greasy very quickly. Then as I had have kids and stuff, my hair started to thin. And I think, you know, anyone that has had a baby out there all know that it gets to a stage when they're about 3 or 4 months, it starts to fall out. And I've had 4 kids, so my hair was falling out. So I definitely needed a kick back into helping the growth. So yeah, the science on it, and the fact that the NRF2 is in the product and activates in the scalp. So if you are on NRF2 PROTANDIM, you are, like Fiona said earlier, you're activating it from the inside out. But with the shampoo and conditioner, you are activating it from on your scalp. So you're giving yourself a really clean and reduced chemical wash, and it is penetrating the follicle so much and activating the NRF2, stimulating growth and volume. Then it comes with that because of how clean and healthy and fresh the hair is.
Very good. And could you give us just a little idea on what's the best way to use these products?
To use the products. Okay,
yes.
So I suppose from my own experience, what I can tell you, what I do is I definitely give 2 shampoos. So my first shampoo will be quite fast, and I definitely don't rinse off the shampoo fully. So you give it a quick rinse, lather it up, give it a quick rinse, and then your second shampoo is your real one, where the emulsifiers kick in, and this is where the emollients of the shampoo really penetrate into the hair. And then very small quantities of it is needed, which is great. So the conditioner, should I say, then is I leave it on my hair for maybe about 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, if possible, if I have time. If one of the kids isn't banging on the door. And then I just rinse it out, and you really can feel the difference in your hair from the minute afterwards. When you go put the brush in through your hair, you can feel that it has penetrated rightly into the hair shaft and smoothed it out, and the reduction in frizz and the texture of the hair just makes the hair thrive.
Very good. I suppose I have one last question for you. You have a very busy household. You have 6 heads to be washing. How long would the True Science products last in your house?
Well, I can honestly say I became a distributor in December, and I have 1 bottle of conditioner since then. Now it is coming towards the end. So what's that? December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So my conditioner has lasted me nearly 7 months. And my shampoo, I'm on my 3rd bottle of shampoo. I wash my hair every day, and I'd use 2 shampoos. My husband washes his hair every day, and my son, they wash their hair every day. The girls, I have 3 girls then, I don't wash their hair as much. They don't need it. Kids don't need it as much. So the shampoo, yeah, I'd say the shampoo kind of lasts maybe about 2.5 to 3 months in my household with 6 of us. So unbelievable value for your money, because it definitely stretches out and goes through. The serum it lasts a very long time too. I don't really use the serum myself, because I don't know, I was using it on my husband. Every night he'd say, will you put this in my hair? And every morning before he goes to work, will you put this in my hair for me? So I always thought about him with it, and I forgot about myself, really, to be honest. But I am going to start using it. I actually have the serum there. It has a lovely nozzle on it, if you can see there, and you literally put the nozzle into your scalp and then just massage it in like that after you have washed and conditioned your hair, and then dry your hair as normal. It is it is so, this, even the smell of it would lift you as well. It has a lovely pepperminty smell, so it opens your airways and everything as well, so gives you great benefit. Deirdre, I think you have a little bit more experience with the serum than I do, so I don't know, do you want to speak about your experience?
I suppose the serum for me was kind of an important factor in that. The whole reason that I was starting the True Science was because my hair was thinning around the front of my hairline and kind of in the parting of my hair. So usually I do the shampoo and conditioner after my shower, I dry my hair, and then I just gently massage it into the areas. The top there, actually on the screen you're looking at, is a colleague of ours, but the bottom is my hair. I've been using it for the last, I'm going into my sixth week now actually, and the results have just been unbelievable. I'm thrilled with it. So it's great. Happy days.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if we want to will we go back to Fiona maybe if there's any questions or anything?
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Siobhan. You're absolutely fantastic, and your knowledge
anytime.
is just
no, anytime.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. That was brilliant. So I'll pass it over to G, I think, for a minute and see does she have anything to add to it.
No, not at all. I absolutely love that. Siobhan gave me that tip again this week because we're changing seasons here in Australia, and she said, G, don't take your whole shampoo out on that first rinse. Do it again then the second time, and cheek as my hair was, and my scalp feels so much better and everything this time. So I really do, I listened to some of the tips you did, and I put the scalp serum in just before washing, before blow drying my hair, and I normally do it the night before I'd shower my hair. So yeah, so I learned definitely some tips from you, Siobhan, and I felt my hair be in much better condition. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that came on. We went a little bit over time, but gained loads of knowledge, and I think the girls went fantastic. Brett's just saying here, it's the secret formula in the system. It has the most NRF2 activation of the 3 in the hair care system. And that is true. I have seen, we actually have the wife of one of these men in the back of their heads tonight on here. And we have Brett Dorney, and that's what I love. All these pictures of people we know. It's not some fake person from America and things like that. These are people we know. So we have Brett Dorney. He has incredible results. So anyone that's looking for that extra volume, that extra growth, that's Brett's there. I would really encourage you to try this. I know people that inject themselves with all sorts of hormones, $10,000 and things, and they're injecting their bodies with not good things to try and grow their hair. So I would definitely recommend, give it a go. Why wouldn't you? You know, if these are the results that come out. So thanks so much, ladies. That was fantastic.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great job, ladies. Well done.
Thanks, Brett.